Alright, this video we're going to keep this real basic. We're just going to look at number 1, 2, and 3. We're dealing with linear equations, which is section 1.2. This is really Algebra 1 stuff. Should be a review. Okay, slope-intercept form, we all know. Okay, you can take this down. It's y equals mx plus b. M is the slope, right? Rise over run for the line. B is the y-intercept, so where that line hits the y-axis. As long as I have any linear equation in slope-intercept form, it is a piece of cake to graph these lines. Okay, probably been graphing these lines, seems like forever now. Okay, let's take a look at number 2. Okay, number 2, oops. Try to zoom in on number 2. Here we go. Alright, make it a little bit. Alright, there we go. Number 2. Good thing about number 2, it's already in slope-intercept form for us. So this should be really easy. This should take us like 10-15 seconds to graph. All we have to do is recognize the slope and the y-intercept. Coefficient for x, -1/2, that's the slope. Now since the slope is negative, that means my line's going to go down left to right. It's going to drop. The y-intercept is just the other number. Don't forget the negative in front of the 3 or the minus. So the y-intercept's -3. Now, reason why we say this is B is because that's where we begin. That's where we begin our graph. Now, since this is the y-intercept, -3, the first point that I plot is right down here, -3, exactly right there, where that dot is on the y-axis. So I plot this, I go down 1, 2, 3. That's my y-intercept. Now, all I need is 2 points to make a line. I'll put a little check mark. I dealt with B. Now I have to deal with this slope, how I move to get a second point on the line. Now, since it's -1/2, I could do rise over run. So if it's -1, I go down 1, and if it's over +2, I go to the right 2. And you can see these lines, this drops left to right. So this is where that second point is going to be. So I go down 1 to the right 2, it's right there. If you wanted other points, you could go the other direction from the y-intercept. Right? I could do the opposite. I could go up 1 to the left 2, and I'm on the line. So I'll plot that point. And there it is. Graph it. Piece of cake. Got your line there, y-intercept at -3, and the line goes down left to right, and it goes down 1 to the right 2 as you move to the right. Very, 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 very simple. Okay, let's look at number 3. Now, number 3 is a tad more difficult. It's not in slope-intercept form. So if I want to get this in slope-intercept form, I want to get y completely by itself. So to get y completely by itself, I'm going to move x over on the other side first. Since it's a positive 2x, I subtract 2x, cancel that out, subtract 2x on the right side. So now I have 3y equals, and then I'm going to switch the order around because I want it to be mx plus b, not b plus mx. I know it can be a little annoying there. Math, you always pay attention to the details. So when I rearrange this, it's -2x plus 9. And then to get rid of the 3 in front of the y, since it's 3 times y, we divide everything by 3 on both sides. So now I have y completely by itself. I have y equals -2/3 x. And then this 9 divided by 3 is 3, and that's our y-intercept. Just like that in 2 steps, now I have it in slope-intercept form. That's probably the hardest part. Easiest part is to graph. I know m is -2/3. So just like the previous one, the line's going to go down. It's going to drop left to right. The y-intercept, or b, is +3. So if I start with this 3, I always begin here with the y-intercept. Now I'm moving up 3. There's where the first point's going to be. So 3 on the y-axis, I'm right here. Plot that. So put a little check mark. I'm done with b. Now my slope's -2/3. So from the y-intercept, okay, I'm going to go down 1, 2 to the right 3. 1, 2, 3. So there's that second point right here. Now if I wanted to go the other way, I do the opposite. I go up 2. So I could do this. I go up 1, 2 to the left 3. So I'm going to have a point right there. So I could go up 2 to the left 3. So it's right there. Okay, and you have your line. So slopes, or the y-intercept's at 3. And it goes down left to right because the slope is negative. Okay, and that's all about slope-intercept form and using that to graph a line.